Hi everyone! So today I'm going to tell you guys my adventure studying abroad. Yes, let's begin. So I'm not sure if all of you guys know my story. If you're not following on me, if you're not following me on Twitter, then maybe you don't know, because on Twitter I write a lot about school and stuff like that, especially back when I was still in school. I used to write a lot about that. So let me tell you guys my story. So when I was 12 years old, my mother decided to move to the Philippines, and I was like, yes, let's move. So we moved to the Philippines, and I'm half Filipino, and my mom's full-blown Filipino, Filipina, and so I'm not a stranger to the Philippines. I know the Philippines. We have gone there a lot before on vacation and stuff, and our family is there. So it's not like we moved to a foreign country for me, because it's also my home. It's my second home. Back then it was my second home, because of course my home was Sweden, because I grew up there. So when we moved to the Philippines, the biggest change was the school. Of course, the weather, it was a lot hotter, but I mean, the biggest change was school for me, because I remember it was very different. So I actually began going to school on the summer break in the Philippines, and the summer break in the Philippines is from April, May, June, 3 months, so a long summer break, and we arrived there along those on one of those months. And so we decided I didn't want to go to school actually. I remember I told my mom, why can't I just study in SM, which is a mall in the Philippines, and they have a kind of a mini school, but it's not really a school, it's like a tutor. They have tutors there that can help you with math and stuff, and I thought it was a school, so I was like, I want to study in SM because I love SM. So we actually planned for me to study in SM. And I was like, I really want to study in SM also because I think it's international, or they can speak English too instead of Tagalog. And at that time I didn't know how to speak Tagalog. I only understood it, and I kind of knew how to speak it, you know, when I was alone, but I wasn't like confident, and I didn't really know how to speak Tagalog. I just remembered some stuff and tried repeating it in my head by myself in the shower or something. I didn't want to speak to people in Tagalog. I was too afraid. So yeah, anyways, I didn't end up studying in SM because you can't study in SM. So I was really disappointed because I didn't want to go to Filipino school, because not because it's bad, but I know it's very strict. My mom and my aunts and everyone has told me that you get grades and stuff like that, and back in Sweden we didn't get grades at that time, you know, A, B, C, D, minus F, minus G, minus all that. No, there's no minus G, minus C, and you know, stuff like that. So I was really scared about the grades, and I just know that math in Sweden for 6th grade is what they give in the Philippines for 1st grade. That's what I mean. I mean, it's times 6 or something. So the people in the Philippines are very smart, and they teach their kids early on math and multiplication and English and, you know, all that stuff. Everyone's genius in the Philippines, especially if you're born in the Philippines. But since I'm not born in the Philippines, I wasn't good with math or all those other subjects, so I had to go to summer school. Ooh. So yeah, I went to summer school, and we were only like 2 kids in the class, me and a she was a teenager from Japan. So that I was actually excited about that I was going to be with a girl who wasn't good at Tagalog either, because then I had someone to talk to. But it turned out like she already knew Tagalog. Yeah. And they told me she didn't know Tagalog, so I was like, wow, I'm the only one. So yeah, my teacher was very nice. She was the principal for the grade school, so she was very nice and good with kids and stuff. So she was okay. I wasn't scared of her. She wasn't mean or anything. So it was a good start. But when I got all of the textbooks and everything, it's so much stuff to learn, and summer school went okay. So then it was time to begin high school, grade 6. High school? No, grade 6. And it was very hard. I went in the class and so many people. And the school, 40 classmates. No, 30. It wasn't that bad. It was just like 30 classmates. Usually in the Philippines, I remember my mom telling me that her classmates, she had like 40 classmates. So tight. So tight. And I remember walking into the room and I was, no. And I didn't know how to speak Tagalog yet. Fluently. I didn't know that much. I understood everything, but I wasn't good at it yet. So I went in the class and okay. And then I sat down and I was so scared. And I remember we had to tell our name. And good thing, in the Philippines, usually you speak English unless it's Tagalog class, Filipino class. So that's a good thing. But they still speak Tagalog. It's not like we speak only English. So on the parts when we had to speak Tagalog, I usually didn't say that much. So on that school, my whole 6th grade experience was so scary. And we had grades and stuff, like I said before, and it was my first time getting grades, and they weren't that good. Let me tell you. Even if I went to, I had a tutor, and the same tutor I had for summer school, it was still hard for me because of course it's a new country and stuff, and new history and new everything to learn, and they of course understood that. But since kids are so smart in the Philippines, the grading, so hard. So I remember getting like, this is so embarrassing. I got like, I think the translation to American is like a C- maybe. Oh my god. For Tagalog, I got maybe D. No, not D, that's fail. C-. Man, no. D hindi fail yun, no? F pag fail. D, I don't, anyways, it's pass, but just, on the edge. So I wasn't that good. But one thing that I liked was art class in the Philippines. Is really fun because even though you have to bring your materials to school, they are very artistic in the Philippines. So that was a subject that I really enjoyed. We made like, that video I made, colored sand, inspired by my Filipino class, because I remember one time they taught how to make colored sand with salt and just food coloring. So yeah, another thing that was really hard for me was talking to my classmates. So on the breaks, everyone's like blah 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 blah. Oh, that guy is so cute, and we watch TV, and I was like this, eat my food. No speak. I didn't speak to anyone for like a year, maybe just a tiny bit. Hello, yes, my name is this, and I'm Aria. Hi. Only like that, and I only said yes, no, Thank you. Bye. Even if after 6 months in the 3 months in the Philippines, I learned fluently how to speak Tagalog. So that's good. So I started speaking Tagalog at home before I spoke Swedish to my mom and to my aunt who didn't know how to speak Swedish. I spoke Swedish to her, and finally I could speak Tagalog, so I think she was happy with that. And I remember the first day when I spoke, wait, this isn't about school anymore, go back. So no more of that. So school. PE was another fun part. I'm good at sports, I think. Okay, too much. So anyways, I think my strong point is sports and arts, but other than arts, sports, because you don't have to talk, so that's a good thing. I remember we played badminton, and maybe it was 6 months into grade 6, and so we played badminton, and everyone was so surprised with me because I'm the quiet girl in the back of the class, and so they were very surprised how a little bit violent I was because every time the ball was, you know, in the air, I was like, I was running to the ball, I needed the ball. And they was like, oh, she likes badminton. So yeah, at least they knew I wasn't like stupid or anything. Because the only thing I did good at was sports, computer class, and arts. And English, I would like to think I was good, but I only got like B- and stuff. So it was my best grade, except I got one at the end of the year on our ceremony, goodbye, graduation. My first graduation. Oh my god, I had a gown, and I was so excited for that because we had to wear dresses and gown, and so that was really exciting because in Sweden we don't get that until like college or something. So I was really excited with that, and we had to dance. And so yeah, I remember that was so exciting. And what was I telling? Yes, I got an award. So everyone else got like smartest in math, or smartest in Spanish, and honor 1, honor 2, honor 3, honor 4. And I got an award. I was called up to the stage. She was like, Aria got the most behaved. Me, I got a ribbon. It says most behaved. So I got an award even if I didn't speak almost. So yeah, what else did I experience? So the teachers, oh yeah, they were strict, like I was afraid of. They weren't like super strict, not all of them. I remember one teacher, she was really bad. One of my classmates did something bad, and she made us all squat. All of us had to stand like like this for so long, for like 30 minutes or 40 even. I was sweating so bad, and it's hot in the Philippines. We didn't have aircon or anything. It wasn't like, you know, high standards. It was private school, but we didn't have air conditioning, so it was so hot. And I remember
preschool,
yeah, in preschool you get aircon because you're little then and fragile and stuff. So yeah, and she made us all squat, and I remember thinking, this is abuse. I remember if this happened in Sweden, we would call the police or something, or we would all run out. We would not do the squats, but because we were all so afraid of the teachers, she was like, squat, straighten your foot, straighten your hand. Oh, I thought I would get slapped or anything. So of course I told my mother, and she complained to the principal, of course, and she was like, you do not do that to children. So yeah, so that's good that she complained, but I don't think that helped. I'm sure that teacher will do that again. So that's one of the bad parts of in the Philippines. Some teacher may be a bit harsh, so remember to tell the principal. Tell on her. And if she's too bad, he or she, don't be afraid to tell your mother and father, okay? Not good to get slapped or anything. So yeah, what else did happen? So in the Philippines, there's a lot of ceremonies and dance and stuff like that, and parties. So I was excited for that, but also not, because it's socializing. I'm not good at socializing. I remember we did a parade and I had my mom come with me because I'm so scared of people. So she was beside me while I was like, I had a stick, because this was like a tribal walk that we did around the city, and I was like, "Uga chaka, uga chaka," and my mom was beside me, and actually I was. My classmates told me that I should be the queen, because there's queen and king in the Philippines on the parade, and you know, you dress up and you have a handsome man beside, a boy beside you, and you go there and la 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 la, and you do this. And I in my head I really wanted to, because I'm really girly and stuff. I really wanted to do that, but of course I didn't. I was so scared. I was so scared. Oh, one thing. I need to tell you this. In Sweden, school is like 8 a.m. to 3 or 2 or 1 p.m. In the Philippines, it's like this. You wake up at 4:30 a.m. Okay, maybe it's just me, because I have to, you know, wash my hair, because in the Philippines it's very humid and I have to wash my curly big hair in the morning and eat and stuff, so, and wear my uniform. So yeah, as I said before, in the morning you have to wake at 4:30. I woke up at 4:30 in the morning, ate my breakfast and stuff like that. School bus arrives at like 7 a.m. You go to school. Your school begins at like 7:30 sometimes, 8, and it ends at 4 p.m. Oh gosh. I decided to transfer to another school, high school, first year, and this school was where my experience got so much better. I made so many friends, and this was when my experience in the Philippines flipped and I got a lot happier. And yeah, it was really fun to transfer. Usually I don't like changes, but this school was really good compared to the last school, the 6th grade. So I said goodbye to those people. In 6th grade, I didn't have a lot of good experience there, except for the one field trip we made to some place, Biak na Bato. I really like, you know, Filipinos are really fun to be with, because they are very social. Even if you don't talk like me, they will still take you into their groups and talk to you, even if you say nothing back to them, and just smile at them and they will talk to you, and they are very nice. That's a very good thing about the Philippines. The people are amazing there. There's not that much mobbing in school. Some mobbing, but not that bad, because even if people will mob you, there's always people beside you that will help you, and they will be like, back off, hater, back off. So yeah. Anyway, let's move on now to first year. So first year in the Philippines, as I said, new school, new people, new everything. I went in there, fresh start. I was like, I'm confident, I'm a woman. So I went in first year high school. I went in, and the people were already aligned, like in the military. The kids were aligned. The small kids, they were like, and they were, and this school was really big, and we had a really big area to play basketball and stuff. And this was also the area where every Monday we would have a ceremony because in the Philippines it's very normal to sing the national anthem in the beginning of the week. And so the principal was there on the stage, and she called us all out, and we sang the national anthem. So yeah, we sang that, and I didn't know the song, so hard for me. It was very hard and long, and so many deep words, and you know, bayang magiling something, and no copyright. We went into the classroom. I saw my classmates, the teacher. So the teacher told us to sit down anywhere. They haven't assigned us any chairs yet at that point, and she told us to make an introduction to our class. Oh my god, I was like, no, I have to speak in front of 30 people. So I remember thinking, you must do this, you must be confident and do this. So I wrote on a piece of paper everything that I was going to tell, and I just read from the paper. I didn't, you know, all of the other kids were so confident and used to speaking in front of class, and they were like, hey, my name is Eliza, and I'm from here, and I love cats and stuff like that. And I was like this. My name is Aria. I was born in Sweden, and I got 3 really good friends, girlfriends, and we were together, you know, every lunch, and we ate together every lunch, and so it was really fun to finally get friends, you know, real friends. And so on breaks I had a lot more fun than I did on the first school. I had someone to talk to and share my experience from Sweden and stuff too, and they were really interested about Sweden, and they always asked me how to speak Swedish. And then for the actual, you know, classes, math, English, Tagalog, and all those classes, I remember really trying hard to get higher grades, because I thought I'm in high school now and I need to prepare for, you know, college and stuff. And at that time I really wanted to become a fashion designer, so I worked really hard. And even if I worked really hard, I still got like B and C grades. So I felt a bit sad about that, because I thought I would get like A+ like my mother. She used to get like 99 and stuff, like you get 98, which is the highest score you can get, and here I am getting like
may 90 din ako, may 88.
My highest grade was like 85 and stuff, and that was like in discipline class or most behaved and stuff. And my highest class was like was computer class. I got like 80, so that's okay. I really wanted to say goodbye to my friends, you know, really good, and tell them that I will miss them and stuff. So I wrote a letter and gave my closest friend a gift, and told her please don't forget me and stuff, because on the end of our second year in the Philippines, we actually moved to Denmark, which is where we are right now. And I will make a video on my studying abroad in Denmark experience as well, because that's a whole another story, very extremely different from my experience in the Philippines. So overall, I would recommend you guys studying abroad in the Philippines, because you will get tons of friends, because Filipinos are very sociable. You will get a lot of food experience, because food is so yummy in the Philippines. Even if you're vegan, non-vegan, vegetarian, meat eater, all foods are there. Nature is perfect. So we were in Manila, so it's a bit polluted, but still wonderful. So I would recommend maybe studying. You could study in Manila, because there's a lot of schools there. But I think if I would turn back time, and if I could do something, I would probably, if you don't think about the money stuff and stuff like that, I would study somewhere more like tropical, more tropical than Manila, you know, like maybe Palawan. If there's a school there like that I wanted to go to, I'm sure there is, it's an island. everything else, good experience. I had lots of fun. I have a lot of memories from my schools in the Philippines, because basically that's what my Philippines experience was all about. School. Yeah, I think that's all. I have a lot more stories, but I can't fit them into 25 minutes. So maybe in the future I will have to make a part 2 or something, or maybe more detailed parts, because I have so many more stories. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, guys. And if you've been to the Philippines, leave in the comments below what you think about the Philippines. And if you've ever tried studying abroad, or if you want to, leave those comments in the comments below as well. And yeah, look out for my next not next, but a video soon talking about my experience studying here in Denmark, which is a lot different, as I said. And also look out for the video my mother will make about living abroad. So for her, it was living in Sweden and Denmark, since she was born in the Philippines. So okay, let's go now. Bye bye. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye bye. Sinun ka noon magbasa, hello?
Ano yan? Picture? 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 Ano yan? Hindi serious ako. Hindi ka nakakita na. Ano yan? Oh my God. Baka si Emily na.
Okay. Okay na yun. Too much more.